What's up, Steel Mace Warriors? Coach Victoria Islas from SteelMaceWarrior.com, and today we're going to discuss if you are ready to move on to level 2. Are you ready? Have you surpassed the foundations and the basics? Let's discuss that today. So this question kind of got brought up over on the Steel Mace Warriors Facebook group. If you want to join that and ask your questions, I might make a video out of it, post it in the Facebook group. The link is below if you want to join. I also want to note that this video was inspired by a blog article, which is on my website. If you want to check that out, the link is below. So before we move on, there is a Steel Mace Warrior Code that I want to share with you, and that I'm going to start talking about from here on out, and that is honesty. I am totally aware that many of you will not have a coach in your city, or maybe have a budget to actually hire an online Steel Mace coach. And because of that, it's very important for us to be honest if we're doing this DIY, right? So if you're swinging, or you're doing Steel Mace Flow, or you're doing whatever you're doing with the Steel Mace, it's important to be honest with yourself. How do we do that? We have to open our eyes, we have to set aside our ego, and just take a look at how we're doing. This Steel Mace Warrior Code, honesty is like magic. It will work magic in your life and with your practice, and it will make you a better athlete, a better, well-rounded athlete in the long run. So before moving on in this conversation, we need to go over the signs. So the signs that you are ready to move on to level 2, to move on to those advanced Steel Mace techniques, transitions, swings, whatever goal you might have. Let's talk about those signs that you should be looking for. So the first sign that you're ready to move on to level 2 material and knowledge and all of that jazz is that your coach told you so. Okay, so I am hoping that the majority of people watching this have a Steel Mace coach. If you don't, like I said, we go back to that Steel Mace Warrior Code where you have to be super honest with yourself, and I'm also going to discuss journaling a little later. But the first thing is working with a coach. Work with a professional in person, because this coach, this professional is going to help you find what you need to work on if there is something off. So just remember, if your coach says that you are like looking spot on and ready for level 2, that's a really great sign that you're ready to move on. The second thing I will tell you to look for as a sign of whether or not you're ready to move on is you look flawless. Okay, your foundations are ready. Your foundations are just amazing. You make it look easy. You've mastered that mace. You don't let that mace control you. You control the mace. Your body mechanics are perfect. You're getting nice straight lines in your structure with your body and with that Steel Mace when you're using it. Again, body mechanics looks great. Everything is in place. Then you're ready to move on, okay? But like I've said before, okay, foundations are crucial. So if you don't have this part down, then you simply aren't ready to move on, and you should keep practicing, and that's okay. Practice is amazing, but make sure that when you're practicing, again, you're practicing with intention, with mindfulness, okay? Because the more perfect you are with your practice, the more you teach your nervous system the right way to move with that Steel Mace. So if you're missing that, then practice. It's okay. I've been doing this for 3 years, guys, and I'm still not perfect. If you don't have those foundations, it's like a home, right? When they build a house, they build a nice solid foundation, and then they start to build the home. If you don't have that, guess what happens? That home comes crumbling down. So make sure that you definitely have those foundations and basics down, and that you keep practicing it every single day. So those were the 2 signs. Obviously there's a lot more, but just to keep this YouTube video short and just keep the conversation going, I'm gonna end it there. Now let's move on. The next question is, what are you trying to learn? Like, what are you trying to advance in? Like, if you don't have a goal, or if you don't have something in mind, then you might be all over the place, and you might end up taking a workshop or, you know, a certification that you don't need. So Ask yourself, am I trying to get more advanced in just my swings? Am I trying to swing heavier? Am I trying to move better and flow better? I want to learn some more advanced transitions for my flow. Be honest with yourself. Have a real good idea of why it is that you're trying to head to a more advanced area. Obviously, feeling ready is one thing, but the next thing is actually, knowing what it is you're trying to get better at. Alrighty, so now that we went through all those details and all that information, all that discussion, conversation, let's move on to the systems, the Steel Mace systems that I would recommend that you check out if you want to get more advanced. Now, note that no matter what system you end up going with, you will have to go through level 1. So if you haven't taken a workshop and you haven't shown to these master coaches that you are ready to go to level 2, you can't just skip level 1 and then go to level 2. So it's going to be quite a big investment to learn more advanced stuff. So make sure that you're in it, and you're in it for a very long time with Steel Mace training, okay? So the first system that I would recommend is Steel Mace Flow, created by Leo Savage. Again, you will have to go through level 1 so that you can work your way up to level 2. But if you already know the foundations, then you shouldn't have a problem getting through level 1 quickly and then working your way up to level 2. The second one that I recommend is Viking Ninja. This was created by Eric Zeke Milan. Eric Zeke was actually from Onnit. He was an Onnit master coach before he started his own thing, and now he's offering amazing online workshops, and he has a lot of things coming out in 2021 that you should definitely stay alerted for. I know he has a newsletter if you want to check that out. And I definitely recommend Steel Mace Flow and Viking Ninja if you like the style where you're moving around constantly with your mace and not just a concentration on swings. And the third one on the list is MR.MACEMAN, Rick Brown. Very important in the mace community. He's been going around doing workshops all over the world. He's traveled the world to teach traditional swings, okay? So if you're looking for someone who's going to teach you more advanced stuff with swings and heavy swinging and stuff like that, MR.MACEMAN is your guy. He is an amazing coach. Now, he doesn't really have a website right now, but you can check him out on Instagram, and he also has an online course for I think $40, which is totally affordable. He does go into some advanced swings, like your single-handed swings and stuff like that. So if you're looking for something like that, I recommend MR.MACEMAN. And the fourth one on the list is MaceFit, MaceFit.com. This system was created by Frank DeMeo over in Florida. He doesn't just mix traditional swings and heavy swings, but he also introduces you to clubs. So if you're looking for something a little more on the strength and conditioning side, definitely MaceFit might be the system for you. Now, there's tons of systems that are coming out every day, but these are the most established. And there's also a couple systems that I left out, but these are obviously the best ones that I would recommend at this time with COVID, because they're offering stuff online and it's a lot safer for you again right now during this pandemic. So I definitely wanted to list the ones that you can just go online and take their online courses or their online workshops. Like, for example, Viking Ninja uses Zoom for their online workshops, and I believe they're very intensive. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you an idea of whether or not you're ready for it. If you think you are ready, then, again, it's gonna be a little bit of an investment. You don't have to be a personal trainer or a coach to take most of these workshops and online courses. You can literally take these courses just to advance yourself in Steel Mace training. And I'm pretty sure that's why they make these online courses and workshops available for the majority of people. Now, I could be wrong with some of these systems, so you might want to check the requirements and prerequisites on their website. Again, the links are linked below. All right, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you like this video. It's the best way to support the Steel Mace Warrior channel for free. Now, if you want to support at another level, you can always buy a Steel Mace Warrior t-shirt or get yourself access to my online course. The links are below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am out. May the universe always flow with you.